2018 when I had my sabbatical in Rome, Italy. I enrolled to the sabbatical program of the North Pontifical College in Vatican City and stayed there for 3 months. During that time I went to study history and visited magnificent churches of Italy. 3 months in Rome is not enough to see and understand its culture and tradition. Rome is a beautiful city. Its historic is mind-blowing and the structures and man-made wonders is out of this world. Every day I walked like 5 to 10 miles a day just to be able to see the details of the city. It sounds like almost every corner there is something interesting and historical. Besides churches is also almost every corner of the city and you don't want to miss to see what's inside. I had the chance of the lifetime to see many museums in the city. The beautiful paintings and sculptures of the Renaissance period artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Raphael. Up to this time my mind is just blown away of the history, beauty, and culture of the city. The Colosseum, the St. Peters Basilica, the catacombs, the Roman forums, the underground tours, the water fountains and many more. Vatican officially named also as the Vatican City State is an independent city-state and enclave located within Rome, Italy. The Vatican City State, also known simply as the Vatican, became independent from Italy with the Lateran Treaty in 1929, and it is a distinct territory under full ownership, exclusive dominion, and sovereign authority and jurisdiction of the Holy See, itself a sovereign entity of international law, which maintains the city-state's temporal, diplomatic, and spiritual independence. With an area of 49 hectares and a small population, it is also known as the smallest state in the world by both area and population. As governed by the Holy See, the Vatican City State is an ecclesiastical or sacerdotal monarchical state ruled by the Pope, who is the Bishop of Rome and head of the Catholic Church. The Holy See dates back to early Christianity and is the principal episcopal see of the Catholic Church, which has approximately 1.3 billion baptized Catholic Christians in the world as of 2018. Within Vatican City are religious and cultural sites such as St. Peters Basilica, the Sistine Chapel, and the Vatican Museums. They feature some of the world's most famous paintings and sculptures. The unique economy of Vatican City is supported financially by donations from the faithful, by the sale of postage stamps and souvenirs, fees for admission to museums, and sales of publications. The name Vatican was already in use in the time of the Roman Republic for the Ager Vaticanus, a marshy area on the west bank of the Tiber across from the city of Rome, located between the Janiculum, the Vatican Hill and Monte Mario, down to the Aventine Hill and up to the confluence of the Cremera Creek. Under the Roman Empire, many villas were constructed there, after Agrippina the Elder drained the area and laid out her gardens in the early 1st century AD. In AD 40, her son, Emperor Caligula, built in her gardens a circus for charioteers that was later completed by Nero, the Circus Gaiae et Neronis, usually called, simply, the Circus of Nero. The Vatican obelisk was originally taken by Caligula from Heliopolis in Egypt to decorate the spina of his circus and is thus its last visible remnant. This area became the site of martyrdom of many Christians after the Great Fire of Rome in AD 64. Ancient tradition holds that it was in this circus that Saint Peter was crucified upside down. Opposite the circus was a cemetery separated by the Via Cornelia. Funeral monuments and mausoleums, and small tombs, as well as altars to pagan gods of all kinds of polytheistic religions, were constructed lasting until before the construction of the Constantinian Basilica of St. Peter in the first half of the 4th century. A shrine dedicated to the Phrygian goddess Cybele and her consort Attis remained active long after the ancient Basilica of St. Peter was built nearby. Today, the site is free to enter, but be sure to get there early as there can be long queues, especially during the summer months. While there is a charge to climb St. Peter's Dome and to enter the basilica's treasury, both are well worth the fee. If ever have the change to visit Rome, check out the Vatican grottos housed directly underneath the St. Peter's Basilica. These are also free, but be sure not to miss the entrance, which is tucked away near the pier of St. Andrew by the high altar. Here, you'll find the tombs and sarcophagi of several popes. Be aware that the grotto's exit will lead you outside of the basilica, so you'll want to make sure this is your last stop to avoid having to queue up again. One of the most iconic pictures of Vatican City and a must-see for visitors near and far, St. Peter's Square is located directly in front of its eponymous basilica. Built from a design by Bernini between 1656 and 1667, the square has become one of the most famous of its kind. Seen from above, it resembles a giant keyhole with two large colonnades which Bernini intended to resemble the motherly arms of the church. A popular gathering point for tourists and visitors to the Vatican museums, from this spot you can see the papal apartments and is the place where the papal address is held every Wednesday during the summer months. The square is free to visit and open 24 hours a day unless it needs to be closed for a special ceremony. Not only is the Sistine Chapel one of the most famous chapels in the world, we're prepared to say it ranks as one of the most famous buildings in the world. Forming a small part of the Apostolic Palace, the Pope's official residence, the Sistine Chapel was named after Pope Sixtus IV, who commissioned the building during the 15th century. Today the chapel is both an attraction and the site of the papal conclave for the election of the new pope. One of the main reasons for visiting the chapel is to see the stunning artwork adorning the ceiling that was completed by Michelangelo from 1508 to 1512. Though all electronic devices are banned during the conclave, on a normal day you might just be lucky enough to get a selfie with the Pope, as previous visitors did. PLS subscribe to my YouTube channel.